This is News for Kids on E4. It is now 3 PM and we're live, and I'm Bert Pickle
with Ernie Plum.
News for Kids recently researched about horror films. Over to you, Ernie.
News for Kids been doing primary research by watching a horror film. We've also been observing the mise-en-scène of a horror film because News for Kids are going to be making a horror film. Back to you, Bertie Pickle.
Our field reporter, Kermit Green, has also been doing primary research. He has informed us on how his progress is, and he seems to be doing okay. He has also been interviewing young children about their favourite horror films, such as, what horror films do they like? Why do they like the horror films? What characters do they like to see in horror films? And many more. Over to you, Kermit.
Thanks, Bertie. Hi, I'm Kermit Green. I'm at South Totton College interviewing people about horror films and what they like about them. So come on. Hi. Can I ask you a few questions about horror films?
Yeah.
Do you like horror films?
Sometimes.
What do you like about horror films?
They're gruesome.
Really? Is there any specific weapon you like to be used in a horror film to kill someone?
No. Whatever.
Okay, so what characters, any characters you like seeing? Old people, freaky people, teenagers?
Whatever.
Okay, thank you.
That's right. Hi.
Hi, can I ask you a few questions about horror films?
Oh no, definitely not.
Do you not like horror films then?
No, horrible things.
Why don't you like horror films?
Too scary.
Too scary. But if you, what would make a horror film watchable for you? Less blood, more romance,
more story.
Oh, okay.
Scenery.
Scenery is very important.
Beautiful scenery.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Come on. Hi, can I ask you a few questions about horror films first?
Okay, but I don't know much about horror films.
So, do you not like horror films then?
Not really.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Is it because it's rubbish story?
No, I just prefer comedies.
Oh, so what about a horror film with comedy in it? Would you watch that?
Probably.
Okay, thank you for your help.
Okay.
I don't suppose Eno is around.
I don't have to bang on that door, man.
Yeah?
As two very professional, skilled film critics, can we ask you a few questions? You that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start with this fella.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
What do you like horror films?
I love horror films
What makes you love horror films so much?
because I like feeling scared, and what I can do when watching a horror film is that I can experience all that terror without actually having to put myself in the real situation.
Okay, so is it the characters, is it the scenery, is it the mise-en-scène that you find really effective?
For me, it's always about the story. Story is king.
Okay, that's very interesting. Characters, is there any specific kind of characters that you idolise from horror films, or just the trends of people that you like to see in horror films?
Well, I've always loved Jack Nicholson's character as Jack Torrance from The Shining, because he was really crazy and really cool. And when I was a kid, I used to pretend that I was him and go around with a baseball bat and like scare people. In fact, I still keep a bat here, just in case. Whoa, Wendy, give me the bat! So I like that. I like werewolves and monsters as well. I love monsters. Yeah, I love monsters.
Okay.
But I suppose the character we all like is the character who is an ordinary guy who finds himself in an extraordinary situation.
Okay, that's very helpful, thank you.
You're most welcome.
Okay.
Not me, not me.
Andrew Miller.
No.
Are you scared of horror films?
I'm scared of you right now.
Why is that? Is that because I'm a teenager and the teenagers in horror films scare you?
Good, actually. Yes, that's exactly why, actually,
Oh.
yeah, because it means you're going to be the first to be killed off, and if I'm hanging around you, then I'm going to obviously be in danger as well.
Okay, so you would stay away from teenage slashers because you're scared of teenagers in normal.
That absolutely sums up my feelings
Wow.
about horror films and
Right.
teenage.
Hi, mannequin naked lady.
Hello.
Can I ask you a few questions about horror films?
Yes.
What do you like about horror films? Oh, okay. What characters do you like to see in horror films?
Scary ones.
What scenery do you like?
Blood.
Blood, that's not you real?
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Anytime.
I'm currently looking for some more people to interview to get a more quantitative feeling about what should be in a horror film. I'm just looking for some people. Okay. They're not. Yeah, normal people in there. Back to you, Bert and Ernie.
Now, News for Kids have learnt about mise-en-scène in horror films.
We have done primary, secondary, qualitative and quantitative research.
Now, News for Kids is fully prepared to make their own horror film.
Okay.